I'm going to be changing a blower motor in this machine. This is the GE profile dryer. This is electric model, but I think it goes the same, very similar to the gas model. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this this thing out and this cover off. To take this thing off, all we're gonna do is take this and two screws on the top off, and then yeah, and this thing is gonna pop off. I'll be back in a second. Let me just unscrew this. Screws are out. Now it's just a matter of push forward, pull it out, place it on a side. Now what we're gonna do is there are two screws. There's one up here just by the harness and one on the other side. Those two screws are gonna come off, and then I'll be able to lift and pull towards me. If I'm on the back, I'm gonna pull towards me this whole cover, plastic cover off. Okay, I made a mistake. It's you actually lift it up. You lift it up and you push it towards the front. There are latches in the front that kind of keep this cover in place. What they also do is keep that. Gonna go around. Keep this this door front cover in place. So next thing what you want to do is take out those four screws in the front. I already took them out, but now you can see once you have it off, this thing just pulls forward towards you. You can pull it towards you from this side and lift it up. And now next thing we're gonna do is there's right in the front there's one and there's a second one. Those two screws have to come off. I'm holding the cover up with one hand. Usually you want to put like a piece of block or just a piece of a towel underneath to keep it up so it's easier to take it off. Once you unscrew this cover, there's a harness over here. You want to make sure you unplug it. And now the whole front comes off. As you can see on the bottom, as you cannot see, let me get a flashlight in here. Just came off, but on the bottom there are, give me 1 second here, there are these 1, 2, 3 kind of standoffs, and actually 2 of them are used for this. Yeah, you can see these things kind of sit in it, on top of it, so that's what you use. Next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect the harness here, this harness and the light harness. It just pops off. This thing, I'm trying to use one hand to get it off, but it just pops off. And take these this and this screw off. Those are the 4 screws I gotta take off, and 2 screws over here that hold this shroud. This screw and this screw I gotta take off. So that's next. Okay, the screws are off, so now I'm taking, you gotta take the lint filter out before you can take this shroud off. So now that it just when I pull it out, it just drops on me. I'm gonna place it on the side here, and now this whole front cover just you're gonna lift it. You can see the brackets here. You can lift it and pull it towards you. That goes for every single piece. Lift it, pull it towards you. Let me switch hands here. I gotta put the phone down, but basically that's what you have to do. You lift it and pull towards you to get these latches off. But I can't hold the phone with one hand and try to lift it off. So, but trust me, that's what it is. The cover is off. One thing I should mention is sometimes if it sticks, there are rollers on the back of this cover. Sometimes lifting this drum up makes a difference. It kind of unlocks it from it's sitting on a roller. What I will do next is I'll show you, because now what we're gonna do is take the belt off. I'm gonna show you what the belt the belt route looks like, so it's easier to reassemble later on. So here I am back. Oh, so here's the blower motor. You can basically let me get the light. It's too intense. it to take it out, first we gotta take the drum out. But before we take the drum out, I want to show you. There is a belt in the back. You can barely see it. Here's the white pulley for it. The other motor that you see is actually the that's a motor that spins the drum, and you can barely see up here from the top. That's the motor that spins the blower. So in the back, I'm gonna try to show you what the diagram looks like. Here we go. So you can see what's happening there is that let me try to position the light a little differently. Okay, here we go, much better. So what's happening is the belt goes around the drum, then it goes around the pulley. You can see how the pulley moves back and forth. Then it loops back around the motor, and then it goes forward. So here it is again. If I lift the drum, you can kind of see how the whole mechanism is assembled. So we're gonna have to pull. I'm gonna pull the pulley back further, kind of even further the direction it goes now, to get the belt off of the motor shaft, and then the whole thing is gonna kind of come apart on me. Okay, let me take the belt off, and I'll continue then. Alright, so now the drum is out. Here's what we see inside. This is an electric model. What we have here. So this is the blower motor, and to take it out, and this is the reason I already took it out today. The reason I'm taking the whole thing apart again, because I forgot 2 screws. First thing you're gonna do to take it out is here is one plastic, here's another plastic screw. The screw that holds plastic to the base, you're gonna take those out. You're gonna take this and this off. Then use a 13mm socket wrench to take the center bolt off. Once you take it off, you might need a pair of hands to hold so it doesn't spin. Another set of hands to hold it, and then use a. Just remember, oh, this is a reverse thread, so you're gonna loosen it up going in a right direction, going actually counterclockwise to loosen it up. I'm sorry, to clockwise to loosen it up and counterclockwise to tighten it. This is a reverse thread on this shaft. So just FYI. But once you take it off, then you're just gonna pound it with a hammer, and this whole thing is gonna come off. This whole assembly comes off. To take it off, you have a harness. Rest of the harness looks like this. Let me get the light positioned properly. So you got a main harness, then you got a sensor harness, and 2 wires. I think this is for thermostat. So as you can see, there is something missing here, right? In the motor, you can see. Oh, here it is. The 2. You will need to get those 2 screws out. They're missing because I put the whole thing back together just like it is up here. You see the 2 screws? There were 2 screws up here. I put the whole thing back together, and I forgot to put those 2 screws back in. I was in a hurry. So I figured if I'm taking it apart, I'll take the video of it, how to take it apart, now that I have figured out. Yeah, the whole thing will just lift up. Once you get it off, you lift up, and this has latches in it. Then it has these spring clips. They're pretty easy to figure out. But yeah, so that's why I made this video, because I forgot to put those 2 screws back in. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So at least some people will have a little bit of an overview what this thing looks like on the inside. If you can do it yourself, or if you rather hire someone to help you out if you have any maintenance issues with it. Okay, YouTube, I hope this helps. At least you guys know what you're getting yourself into if you want to change the motors on this thing, whether it's a spinning motor or blower motor. It's not difficult, it's just, I would say you need some mechanical skills, but you don't need to be a technician per se. Okie doke. I'm gonna put those 2 screws back in and reassemble the whole thing, because I spent way more time than I really needed to on this thing. Okay, good luck.